watching posts. They're the critters we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bow. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. A piglet grins with muddy chins. A parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades. Critter couture for the parade. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here.
Right.
And we're here. Welcome to your Friday night, and with Miss Jenn and the Cornbread Man. How is Miss Jenn on a Friday night before the cold and the rain and everything comes in?
I know. I am doing great. Hope Dave is.
Yeah, it's been a challenging week in a lot of ways.
Yes.
And we don't usually do Friday night, which is kind of cool though. Before a front porch. Would have done last night, but Dean's working today, so I was trying to get in the racing show, the sports show, because we got a special guest coming in Monday night, so that's when he's off again. So we usually bounce it Monday, Wednesday, but if something pops up like no internet, then we just move it over another day. So anyway, but yeah, welcome to the show, and we got some couple of pictures to show you, I think, and then we're going to also look at kind of one picture really, but we're going to look at colder weather's coming in and a little bit of tips about that, and we'll chit chat about your animals. We're still looking for a vet that would willing to come on and do once a month or something, do vet calls with us. We're still looking for that. I've reached out to a grooming place, which I love their name. It's Southern Paws. So they seem like they would be willing to come on, and we'll talk dog grooming. So I'll be following up with them tomorrow, actually. So the cats are all well, Miss Jenn?
Yes. Even though one of them tried to kill me this morning, but that's all right.
You're going to have to explain that.
Well, I was on the show listening to y'all this morning and laying in the bed, and I got up to go to the restroom, and I heard something. I go back, and their little catwalk fell on my bed right where my head would have been.
Right where your head was. Wow.
Yes.
So it was one cat when you left. There's one cat up there.
Yes.
Who was the cat?
Munchkin.
Munchkin.
He only weighed like 11.5 pounds, so.
Must have been doing jumping jacks or something,
Well, that had been the two little ones up there earlier with him. They were all playing, but it was him when it fell, because he was sitting there like, what happened?
I told you I had to have not a cat, but and I put the thing up, and I didn't think I had that much on it. I put some pretty strong screws on, and I was laying on my couch asleep, and I didn't wake up till it hit me. I mean, it hit me in the head, and it didn't feel good. I can tell you. So you're fortunate. I mean, God was looking out for you.
Yes.
Mary says cats like to jump on you at night if they want you to get up. Well, yeah. They can also call you. It's best not to sleep near something they can jump from. Well,
Well, you should see my room, Barry.
She's got walkway, runways, trees, everything all around. So they got launching points all across the spectrum. So I don't know what
Yes.
we could do about that. Um, but I mean, what timing? I mean, how long was you gone from the room before it happened?
Like just probably a minute. I mean, I got up
Wow,
and walked in there, and I was like, "What was that?" And
that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Well, let me do a quick commercial. Uh, we
yes,
we didn't get to cover Rumble Premium the other night. We covered Rumble, but Rumble's a great platform. It's a great platform for us. You probably noticed Rumble is growing fast and it's not slowing down. In fact, sometimes we've had growing pains because there's so many people coming on board, which is a great thing. They're building a real alternative to big tech, and that puts creators first and actually protects our free speech, which we stand on in here in the United States of America. And now there's Rumble Premium, of which I am a member. We have been for a while now, a long while, probably almost a year. It's an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Premium, you get an ad-free viewing across the platform. I know those of you who are not Premium, you say, oh, I get all these ads. Well, go Premium. It's really affordable, I promise you. And with Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform. No pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you came for. Plus, Premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scenes drops, and more from your favorite creators. We do exclusive content on Rumble. Right now, Rumble is offering $10 off an annual subscription. Just go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO, just like a studio I'm in right now, at checkout. That's rumble.com/premium, promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal. You got QR codes there. You can follow the address. It's easy peasy, simple as pie, and I've done this. And I appreciate Rumble. They're making a stand, and Lord knows we've been gigged by other platforms for really silly things, and I can't count how many videos we put up that they've run content. They've disagreed with some things in it. We saying they don't, the music can't be shown here, or it can't be, and it's our music. We get a lot of weird stuff like that. But anyway, so Barry has two cats, I think, right? Is it two or Barry or three? Uh, so he knows about this cat jumping thing. He knows what to do. They're resourceful little rascals, that's for sure.
yes.
And I don't want it to fall on your head, but I do want to see Chuck jump on Robert's head. I think that would be hilarious. As long as he didn't get hurt. I don't want him to get hurt. Wow,
12.
I didn't know that.
Really, Barry?
Are you joking? Are you serious? I swear I didn't know that. I've seen pictures of two or maybe three that you've put up. I have never known that.
He's
12
beating
cats. So
me.
I thought, yeah, you've got six, and I thought, I thought, I thought that was a lot. Well, I heard of a lady here recently has 8, but that's still a lot. But if you have 12, but you know what, Barry's he's at home. That's
Yep, I'm serious. I got a load. Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah, Barry has some health issues as well, and that's his family, and he likes having them around, and that's fine.
yes.
You know, so he knows about cats. He may know about dogs too. I don't know. He's probably had a dog or two in his life, but he certainly knows about cats. And I love when we come on the show because the cats love to come around you, which that shows their affection and everything for you.
Mhm.
But I think they also want to get on screen. Somehow they understand this, that somehow they're profiling for the camera. So I think that's pretty cool. Well, we do have bad weather. Not say bad weather. It's just
Okay.
weather that's wait a minute, multiple kitty cats. Most are fixed, especially the females. Yeah, good for you, man. Spray and neuter your pets. Absolutely, you can find deals all over. Sometimes even free. They want to help, so they make these things available. There's a lot of people give a lot of money to help with that. You can also get them chipped, really reasonable too. I
Mhm.
think I paid $10 It was a special through the county that, well, actually, we kind of straddled two counties, but uh, I think it wasn't Catoosa, it was Walker. But they all work together in a way. So, but it's reasonable. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that can be expensive,
Yes.
especially if you got multiple animals, you know. And vet fees are high. I get it; they're worthy of their hire, but vet fees are very high. We had to get ours back to the vet. Um, she don't like it, but she goes. She don't give them no hard time. Do your cats give the vet a hard time? Are they pretty good with them? Or
No, they're really good with them. They kind of go over and try to hide in the corner, but Dr. Horton's really good with them. I really like her.
a cat will walk up to 20 miles away from the house. National Geographic ship the cat in tractor movements, or track the cat. But that's amazing. I've known dogs, heard stories about dogs that have walked a long way, hundreds of miles even, maybe even 1,000 or more. But I didn't know cats would go that far. But I mean, I know it may not be 20 miles, but a tomcat can make some rounds.
Yes.
And we've had them show up here, and then they got collars and everything, and I think they're just running rounds. Sometimes the security cameras are just strutting through. They're healthy cats, nothing wrong with them, but they've escaped to go roam the neighborhood, I guess. Well, like I said, brothers moving in. There's things are changing. For I know cats are mainly indoor. There are some feral cats and stuff that are outdoor, and so but dogs and some are indoor, some are outdoor, and it's just around that time of year where you got to start making arrangements. Some people use their garage, or maybe they bring them inside, or they have a really expensive setup for uh, like almost like a mini house for their animals, that has heat and air and all that. But things are changing, and dogs still want to go outside and do their business. They usually don't stay too long if it's real cold.
Yes.
But before we get to that, I was asking my sister. I remember that, Barry. There was a great Walt Disney movie called That Darn Cat. The older original was a great story. I do remember that. Cats show up in a lot of, in a lot of movies and stuff. I mean, it's a big part of TV and movies is, people's dogs and cats. Sometimes the cat is the central figure, you know. But I'd forgotten, my sister was way out in Nevada. She tells me to say Nevada. And I knew that they had a couple of dogs. I had forgotten that they passed away. But I said, well, you know what? It really don't matter. You still honoring pets. And so she said, I have better ones, but she sent me a picture of their two dogs. And ain't it funny? I don't know. Maybe it's because they come to live with them, or I don't know. I think he already had them when they married. It's amazing to me how often they die in pairs. Like one will die just old age, and the other one will go within months of the other one dying.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they're not the same age, I've seen that. And I guess I don't know if there's probably tens of dozens of reasons, but certainly health, but maybe a little broken heart. You're.
Yes.
I mean, they mourn, they grieve for people that have passed. Who's to? I mean, I'm sure they do for each other. So, but these two died uh, really close together, I believe. But let me show the cats. This is Gunner and Mocha. Gunner and Mocha. Give me just a second, and let me get in presentation mode here and get the right screen share. Bah, 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 bah. Window. There we go. And share. And that is Gunner and Mocha.
Aw.
Halloween, probably, I don't know how long ago that was, but I would guess probably 2 years ago. I would say 2 years ago. I'm just guessing. They didn't make this Halloween. I know that. So, but 2 years prior to this Halloween, I think. And, my sister, like I say, he already had the dogs. I'm almost certain of that. And but she got bonded with them pretty quick. And she works from home, so sometimes I'll be talking to her. She'd be talking to the dogs and stuff. So. But when you marry somebody, I mean, they say, you got the kids become your kids. Hey, the animals become your animals too. So
Yes.
you all become one big family. So they're cute dogs though, and and I know they still grieve for them being gone. And Dean, who's on the racing show, they lost their dog here a while back, and he's just not been able to watch the pet show yet. It's just too much, too
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, "Hey, man, it's okay. You don't, come when you can. He likes to support all the shows that he can. He's working tonight, but it takes a while. My neighbor's two dogs died, and it was, golly, 2 or 3 years before they just recently got a dog. That was the one that got, attacked
Yeah.
by some mean dude. It's okay though. I've looked at the dog, and uh, it's healthy. Thankfully, I mean, it's not. I mean, who would want to get gouged in the eye? What a jerk!
I
I
know.
don't I don't know who. I think she knows who did it. I don't know what all happened with that, but he was claiming that the dog tried to bite him. So, but I mean, really, he gouged it in the eye. And the dog had got out. He was out on the road in a bicycle, but I've not known of the dog biting anybody. So anyway, but that's horrible that they would do something like that. But anyway, I wanted to get those pictures in. Now let's talk about winterization for animals. It does get cold in Rome, Georgia.
Yes. It does.
Uh, Barry says my sister Janice is in her 70s and she's had a larger dog, but she couldn't care for him because he's difficult to walk. She needs to get a smaller dog, easier to maintain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there are rehome animals. Some people say I just can't take care of the animal anymore, and uh, they're looking for somebody. But they've got a neat program like down at Animal Rescue Alliance, and I'm sure that all the places have things like this, like McCamey up here in Chattanooga or wherever you're at. But
It's okay. Quit growling.
they have a foster deal where you can bring the animal in for a while as companion. But if you get where you just can't, it gets too much, you're not taking ownership of the dog. It still belongs to the rescue, and they will. Uh, it helps for older folks to have companionship while they can handle that, and that's been a very successful program. They get out of they get out of the. I mean, they're it's a no kill shelter, so they get them out of there. They're cared for, but still, they need to be the family. So they get somewhere that provides companionship for both. Sometimes, that person gets sick or goes in the hospital or goes in a nursing home or something, or passes, and the animal goes back to uh, the animal rescue. I think that's a cool program. They've got all kinds of little stuff like that. They've even got them where you can come get the animal, like a dog especially, and you can take it out for an afternoon.
Yes.
Kind of like Dog's Day Out. You ever done something like that?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't. No.
But they'll take them like out to a park or something, let them play, run, jump, and everything. They just can't take on another animal at the time. Maybe it's a little too much or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's anything they can do. I mean, they always need supplies. They always need the need is great. The
Mm-hmm.
need is great. All of the rescues, animal shelters, I'd say they're all bursting at the seams. I mean, sad to say, there's animals being put down every day. The rescues don't, but they can only take so many. You know, when
Yeah.
ARA is maxed out, they're maxed out. So sometimes they'll have the dog and cat adoption days. I guess that's successful because they continue to do it when they set up like at a box store or a pet store or something on a
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, and they do adoption days and stuff. I'd say that's probably successful. I've never been a part of one, but I've helped advertise for one, and I think that's cool too. Now you work with, and you told me before, and I'm sorry I don't remember. You work with a particular pet place, right?
Yes, Floyd
And
felines.
what again was it again?
Floyd
Floyd
feline.
felines,
Hmm.
and they have just dogs and cats. Is that what they
Well,
have, or
Floyd
just cats?
felines just
Okay,
has cats,
just
and
cats. Okay,
then we
so they
have
don't take anybody else.
Paws that have cats and dogs.
Okay,
And then we have um, downtown, the Humane Society has a thing of cats, and then we have Animal Control that has the cats and the dogs. So we have
yeah.
several around here.
What's the biggest thing that like Floyd felines? What's the biggest? What's their biggest need? I know everybody needs money, but like, what are they usually asking for? What kind of
Um,
things?
Food, and then then there's like other things. Of course, I mean they ask for like some toys sometimes, and then kitten milk and all that because the kittens. Because I mean, here it is November and we still got kittens, around. It used to be a certain season, and now sometimes it's just about year round. It's not as bad year round like it is from like say March to August, but we still got kittens popping up. They're full of kittens. They just took 43 cats up north to a shelter because for some reason we just have down here in the south cats galore, and up there where they take them, they don't. So
By the way, that was great timing. You said cats galore, and the cat races across the screen. We couldn't have timed that any better. Barry says, "Do they have feral cats colonies like they do in some states?" Well,
yes, we do.
that's yeah, um, and that's like the barn cats. I guess the same. Is that the same thing?
No,
Oh, it's
barn
not.
cats are like the ones like flood felines will have that quite don't want you to pet them and stuff, but they'll be good if you just put them out in a barn. The colonies are
Yeah.
ones like I fed a colony that was at our library. Somebody put them out and they were out there in the woods. We have some behind each McDonald's. So we used to have a good bit next to the Goodwill, and I think Floyd Felines got most of them. But they try to get them and get them all friendly and stuff. But some of them are just, they're just happier being out, so they just
You
trap
know that.
some.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You know that, and I don't know if you heard about it, but that guy that hit the van filled the
Yeah,
ladies. That was filled with
cats.
cats. Yeah, that
Mhm.
was a. I mean, I think I may be wrong. Did everybody die, or did some of the cats live in that one? I know all the people. I think all the people died, didn't they?
The van that wrecked off that
The
had
18 wheeler
six,
hit it.
six people in it, they all died, but the cats, they were some were injured and three escaped, and I haven't heard, but I think there was still one out there they haven't caught yet. It had been seen because they had like set up trail cameras and everything, and people from the organization was like at hotels so they could try to catch it. But I haven't seen lately if they've caught it yet or not.
A horrible story. I mean,
Yes,
and they were transporting. I don't know where they were taking the cats. I don't remember that part of the story. But at first, I just heard about a van load of humans. I mean, getting killed by this guy who just slammed them. But then I heard about what they were doing later, and that's horrible. Again, another horrible, horrible story. Barry says, years ago, many years ago, I was a meter reader. I went behind a big star grocery to read the meter, and wow, 100 cats came out to
yeah,
greet me. Now that would be a colony. Wow, crazy. Well, I mean, they start having babies, and it don't take long
hmm
for that to multiply really, really fast. That's crazy. That would be. Barry, did they jump on you? Did they start climbing up the meter thing you had or whatever? Or was that before the days of the ones they wave on the ground? Maybe you were checking the actual uh, meter itself. That's all changed now. But I don't even know if they have meter readers. I think it all is electronic now. It just goes to them, Bluetooth or whatever, wired in. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, all right. So uh, they wanted to think I was there expecting to be fed. Yeah, well, I'm sure you're a human. You got to be carrying food. So uh, you
Probably
think
so.
you think people were feeding them? Yeah. Well, people will do that. They will go in a store. They'll see people, and well, you've done it.
Yes.
You go in, you buy food, take it out to them. We have, I don't know, this is pretty prevalent, to be honest, but security guards are keepers of a lot of feral cats and stuff. They show up and they become like the mascot for the security place or the shack. And every guard will bring food in and they'll feed a cat or two or three. And the companies a lot of times don't know this is going on. So sometimes they've had to like say, hey, can y'all we're gonna have to we can't have these cats here. It becomes a liability for us, and we need somebody to take them somewhere or do they're not mean about it, but it happened at my company once, actually a couple of times. Yeah, you better look back. You've already almost got hit in the head. The cats have got it out for you or something. I don't know what's up, but security guards they and that's the hard thing. You have to come. You like for them to do something with it because it's real hard on them because you take their cat. That's where they look. It's my cat, and
Yeah.
a lot of guards are not all, but a lot of guards are older and they just love that companionship and a long shift. They'll feed the cats, feed and water them every day. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Well, let's talk about weather. We're going to have starting Sunday night a little bit below freezing. It's going to dip 5 or 6 degrees at least where I'm at, below freezing. So it's time to talk about some of those things. And I'll pull up. Miss Jenn sent me some stuff, and let me get back in presentation mode, and we'll just pull that up. Appreciate you sending that.
Mm-hmm.
And window, here we go. And so, winter care tips for cats. Indoor comfort, because uh, well, Jen, there could be cold rooms. You know, some people especially will save money on electricity or gas or whatever. They'll close part of the house off.
Yes.
They'll just work out of less rooms, unless they need to be in there because they don't want to keep it warm all the time. They'll keep it warm just enough to keep a pop from freezing or something, but that's still too cold for an animal. But yeah, indoor comfort. What do you do in the winter? Is there something you do beyond what you might do in the rest of the year for indoor, or is it just pretty much status quo for you?
No, I don't do too much different because I have to keep it warm for Mama, but we kind of if I have it up too high, I like burn up. But the cats pretty much like they do now. They snuggle up together. They get on our fuzzy blankets or get in our laps and stuff. So I don't have to do too much different for the inside.
And they sleep with you.
Yes, so they sleep with me.
Keeping them indoors to stay warm and safe, that's obvious. Which, for these colonies, um, is there times that they find some of these dead from the bitter cold? Or, I don't know. I mean, you would think, I mean, I'm sure they try to find somewhere warm to dive in a hole somewhere, but that's got to be hard.
Yeah,
But
some of the places around here they do have um, like containers set up for them to get in, but I'm sure it's like still cold for them. But you know, they put the straw in there and everything, and try to like keep it covered so they can get in there. And cardboard's a good thing to have, even though it can get wet, but it does like keep them warmer. And then a lot of people get the plastic containers, and you can put the styrofoam um, coolers in there and cut the holes and everything and make them out. Like, yeah, there you go. And so, and they keep them warm and stuff.
I imagine they do. So this is put out by the Humane Society or people or
People do it. Yes,
just
people.
people do it.
Mm.
Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't had a cat in a long time. I have had cats before, but my mom was big into cats. All right, sorry folks, we got to do another commercial. Uh, that pays the bills and helps Rumble. But I'm actually, and I have here in the Technisport, they're known for gaming chairs, and I want to get one of them. They're really cool. But I actually have a couple of their hats. They had a hat deal when I went to their website, and I got two hats shipped to me for the Technisport, and for less shipping it all, less than $20. It was a heck of a deal. In fact, they just sent me an email today. Some of the latest drops they call it for these really talking about fuzzy stuff. It was like really warm fuzzy chairs. I kind of got jealous. That was like pretty cool. But a lot of gamers and stuff. I mean, you're sitting in podcaster too. You're sitting in a chair for a long time, and it gets tough. You got to have good seating. If you're looking for a comfortable, unique option for your gaming setup or other things, check out technisportusa.com. I've been to their website, looked through it, and then bought. With a wide range of ergonomic chairs and an array of colors, you will definitely bring your setup to the next level. Always comfy, never boring. Technisport. Use code RUMBLE. That's easy to remember. Rumble for 10% off the entire order. And you see the QR code and example of the chair. And just so you know, they do have some really good deals on chairs. They've got them at all price ranges. There
Yeah.
are some. I mean, gaming chairs can get up there. Some people really go, but they have those that are well within range of somebody that's going to go to the big box store or have it ordered in. They get really close to that. So Technisport's pretty cool, and I love their hats. I think one of them. I don't know where I put it. I put hats everywhere. I'm a hat guy. You're the cat. I'm the hat guy. I've got more than I need. I really don't need any more hats. But the problem is I end up getting more. So, but all right. Warm resting spots. That's pretty obvious. I remember my neighbors. They used to. All of the houses. They were these older houses that were built in the 50s in my neighborhood,
Yeah.
and they had the floor heaters. And we have vents, but I'm talking about that old. The unit actually set in the floor. You know what I'm talking about with
Yes.
the grating or whatever you want to call it, the crate. Well, I'm saying that wrong, but anyway, you would turn it on, it would turn warm. And I remember a neighbor there's a couple of older ladies, and they had a cat or two, and those cats would stretch right on the floor, right close to there, because heat rises, it would go up, but the wood around that would get warm, and those cats would just lay out there
Mhm.
like the Queen of Sheba around that thing. It was pretty cool. Set up cozy nooks with blankets near um, heat sources, which I just was speaking of, and so that they have a constant source of heat, which is cool. If you don't have central air, some people don't. I guess you need to be careful about, and I would say this just for safety. If you're using a space heater, make sure it is the top that will shut off if it gets tipped over. You will burn your house down, potentially burn your house down or trailer down or whatever. It could happen. Jen is proof enough that things can fall off walls and get
Yes.
knocked off things. In fact, it was just a few weeks ago when we started the show, they knocked something off of a shelf. So they get all excited. I mean, they really do. Um, to answer your question, Barry, no. Well, to take that back, she has played a game or two, but she's never been one to play all the time. She's really not into that. She's a 13-year-old who loves watching the videos for gymnastics and people singing, and she loves dancing. All the girls, they like the dance videos and stuff. She's into that. Check warm hiding places. Um, Cats may hide under car hoods, and that's unfortunately been
Yes.
uh, deadly for some cats. But they will get there if they're outside. They will climb up in there. So yeah, check before you start your car. I think I know somebody that happened to. I think I work with them, but I have heard of it happen quite a bit. So you gotta be careful with that. Uh, Extra playtime. What about that one, Jen?
Yeah, so you just need, like, just to get their, I guess, motivation going, just to warm up and play. I have toys on sticks and stuff with the strings to play with them, and get them jumping around and running around trying to catch them to act like they're hunting.
I guess. I mean, they're probably like the humans. Humans get they don't like the winter, the cold, dreary, dark days, rainy days. It can be a little depressing, you know. So maybe you keep them extra playtime. And it says keep indoor cats active with toys to burn energy. Yours have a lot of energy, Jen. There is no doubt.
Yes.
All right, let me bring that down, and we'll put up the next one. And this one is, um, and this picture's wow, the one with the cat.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna let you talk about that.
Yep.
Wow, that would make somebody mad to see that cat like that. But so you gotta give them the things they need. So all right, hang on. Ba, ba,
People
ba.
have found cats where they're like frozen to the ground.
Really?
Yeah, and then you have to like try to get some little lukewarm water, to get them
Mm,
unfrozen, get them inside.
yeah. If you provide shelter for outdoor cats, please remember only use straw inside them in winter. Never use towels, blankets, or beds in outdoor cat houses when the weather is cold, as material absorbs moisture from the air and freezes solid. Cats can fall asleep on these and freeze to death. Remember, straw, not hay, straw. So, or straw. Well, I can't see the bottom part of that. Um,
Uh,
I don't remember what that said. What is that saying?
it says,
Hay is for strays. Is that what it says?
well, I
Stray.
didn't get all of it. Remember, hay is for, yeah, I didn't get all of it. For some, oh, there it is. Remember, hay is for horses and straw is for strays.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. Kitty rescue. That's a sad picture, though. It really
Yeah.
is. All right, let's go to the next one. And this is another preparation top, uh, just to give you some visuals. All right, screen. Oh, well, let me get back to presentation. Sorry, I'm talking out loud here.
Oh, you're fine.
And there, I talk to myself sometimes.
Yeah, Steve's on now. He came on at 7, so.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to go over there and give him a hard time when we get off of here until my next show comes on. If I think
Yeah.
Rob's good for tonight, we'll see. Uh, Barry said that's good to know. If I build an outside hutch, I won't use her. Choose your blanket, just use straw. Okay. And for
Yes.
those that don't know, Barry uses speech to text, and so sometimes the words get a little. But we figured out. Well, that's kind of a cool looking thing there at the top. There, it's off the ground. They can lay on top if they wanted to, kind of climb in. What does the ones look like that the people are putting out down there where you're at? Are they plastic? Are they?
Usually like the blue plastic containers, they cut the hole in it and put the straw in and stuff. So, but the ones
Like,
that,
like the center one there?
yes, the tubs, the
Yeah,
tote,
yeah.
yeah. But the ones to the left, they're real good if like some people do that for at their house, because they're waterproof and everything, and so you
Yeah,
kind
if you
of
put
go in there and it's
you
got
put
heat.
too good out, they'd steal it.
Yeah, so because seeing it's got a heat, it's got you plug it up and it's got the heat and stuff in it. So
Yeah, and those tubs are not expensive.
no,
I mean, you could set that whole thing up for probably. I know straw's a little pricey, but I'd say $20 or $25. You could make a nice one for that. Uh, but that's even if you want to go a little more, but that's cool. Now, I mean, straw and hay, they've gotten expenses over the last few years, but
Yes.
if you know somebody, they probably would give you some or let you buy just a little bit because if you were going to try to buy a bale or something, whoo, that's it's expensive. I feel for people that have horses and stuff that need that. Wow. Keep clear of road salt and antifreeze. Well, of course, that's deadly. That's not good. And I went out of order. That's number 3. 2 was give extra food and clean water. Well, if you're laying about, humans do that. If it's bad outside and you're just sitting around, you eat more. A lot of people do. And I'd say if they're not getting the exercise and stuff, maybe I don't know. Am I missing that? Is that something else in that?
Uh, no, it's just the more carbs they eat, it puts more fat on them, so it helps with their warmth.
Oh, okay.
So,
And of course, the cars check for the hidden cats, and you can't see that behind the picture. I don't know if I can move that or not. Well, nope, it just took it down. So, um, anyway, it is a picture of a cat on the wheel, not in the engine compartment, but on the wheel. That happens too.
mm-hmm.
Because tires, if they've just been driven, they build heat for a while. They would have that. So Barry says,
They're very same.
I wonder if they make a container for outdoor cats that have heat in it already, battery powered or plug-in top. I would bet they do, Barry.
Yes.
Um, you know, yeah, you got to have a little bit more than just, because wind and stuff, you're going to have to, have a little bit more. Can't just be the straw. And a cute little picture. They will thank you. They sure will. Uh, you know, and dogs, the same thing. You gotta give them protection from that cold, the wind, the elements. I
Mm-hmm.
had this crazy dog one time, and uh, it would sleep on top of the doghouse. I had straw and around. I had a uh, it all covered up. It was fenced in. It was a big house. I bought it used, but it was a really nice big house. And even like the summer, I'm not even talking about cold because we would bring the dog in the cold. But the dog, it'd be raining. The dog would be sleeping on top of the house, and people would go, "Your dog is on top of the house. It's getting wet." I'm like, the dog wants to sit there. I'll go out there and put the dog in the house, and then I'd come back and the dog's on top of it.
Well,
Crazy, cray cray. I don't know the reason for that. Maybe they just felt safe. I don't know. There was no predator could get her unless it dug because it was protected. But anyway,
yeah, Daddy had built a doghouse for the carport, and he had put a heat element in there, so when it got cold during the winter, we could plug it up for Buster. So,
I will tell you what. The UGA for the University of Georgia never has to worry. It has air conditioned doghouse, heated doghouse, has its own golf cart. It lives the life. It has its own first class seat ticket when he travels. She travels. Sometimes it's a girl. Travels along, so don't got to worry. But my neighbor for years had one of their back porch. It's up. It was a pretty high, about uh, probably about 4.5, almost 5 feet off the ground. It was a high porch, and with steps. And they had their doghouse up there on the back, and then when it was colder, they would have heat run in there and everything. And I think the animal could still come inside. I think they have. I don't know if people still do it a lot, but a lot of people used to have the dog doors and stuff in there. So, but my neighbor had that. Somebody broke in her home in the middle of the night. They were so thin, they crawled through the dog door
yes.
and scared. And my granddaughter was spending the night, and it was crazy. They never. I don't think they caught the guy. He took off when she come. She brought all the girls out, woke us up, and had the law on the way. But can you imagine waking up and somebody has crawled through your dog door and they're
Hmm.
roaming through your house, probably looking for drugs, some kind of prescription pills or something. I would bet. So, um, yeah, I guess people still do that in some cases, but you have to be careful with that
Yes.
kind of thing. And I don't. There's probably many other things that we could say about winterizing, but some people drive around with their dogs too. And let me say this: I'm sure, and some people might have a differing opinion, but we deal with this when I do security. We've dealt with this before. Uh, if you go to Walmart, you can actually bring your animal in, even though I think it still says you can't. I see people do it all the time, and they don't say anything. I
Yes.
mean, I've seen people bring a monkey in, snake, dog, big dog, little dog, don't matter. I don't know if they've done cats. I'm not sure, but I've seen a parakeet. I've seen a lot of animals, but and that's fine. But sometimes people don't want to. They don't want to take their animal in. So, like on a summer day, they parked where they weren't supposed to. They were just running it out, but they had the doors locked, but they had the air conditioner wide open. But people were freaking out, and they called. We have a law enforcement officer there, and they come, get me. There was somebody about ready to break their window, and we got the officer, and the officer says, "Well, it's the engine's running. The dog is cool," and he's just sitting there looking at us like, "What's up?" But people get uber excited, and sometimes they don't investigate really well. They just see it from a distance,
Mhm.
and it was obviously a healthy animal. It was not suffering. It was, but was maybe if you're going to go and you're not going to take the animal in, maybe it's best not to take it. But it's not for me to say. That's
Yeah.
that's that's for them to say, not for me to say. And but people do get a little crazy, and I get it. We gotta rescue kids. We gotta rescue animals, but sometimes people have a differing idea of what's best for the animal. It's really hard to get consensus sometimes. That's why I like doing this show and listening to everybody, because people have a differing opinion. Most of it's straight on, but we also, like Barry said, there's a thing there he didn't know. And I think that's cool that we share some. I'm learning every week. You teach me, the information we bring teaches me. And I like that. And I want to bring on vets. I want to bring on dog groomers, whatever it is, and get that information out there, because, sometimes pet owners, it's kind of like parents. They didn't really get a good class in it, and they're just winging it. And they're really trying. It's not that they're not trying. They're good parents. They're good animal owners, masters, whatever you'll say. But sometimes they don't know the right things, the exact right things to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to learn from somebody. And if you didn't grow up with that, I mean,
How from the Southern
hello,
UK.
Corey. I'm from Southern UK, if that counts. Absolutely, that counts.
Yes.
Here on I love the name Corey Crash Live. Uh, I would say that here on the podcast, it's getting closer to Christmas. And last year, I've had people argue with me about this. We don't celebrate North Pole Santa. We celebrate South Pole Santa. My own sisters gave me heck about this. So Southern counts. Now we listen. We love everybody across the world, even our Yankee friends. We have a lot of Yankee followers and people who come in the show. We have fun with them. But Southern definitely gets you a step up in my book. So where are you near? Give us I mean, not your address, but what city are you close to? I like them boys from Sheffield, Def Leppard. So, um, but that's cool, and we pray for your country too. There's crazy stuff happens there, uh, just like us. And do you have animals? We should ask that. Do you have animals? But yeah, south of London. Okay, south of London. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. I see you're on Twitch, and I'll give you a follow. We are streaming live on Twitch, and I've been meaning to do some Twitch only lives. That's going to come soon. Thanks for stopping by. Do you are you a gamer? You just like to come on? Are you a podcaster, or just like to roam around and look at stuff? So there's all different types. But thanks for being here. Um, Anything else, Jen, on winterization, or things that we can do, or things that you think about? that maybe we haven't covered. I didn't know that. I didn't think about the extra carbohydrates and stuff because they maybe burn a little more, need that, helps to build heat, whatever. Uh, but but yeah, just give us your insight into things that work for you. And somebody will probably be listening or watching or watch this later. We get a lot of reviews as people see the show out there. There's people stop in. We get comments later on, and that's pretty neat. I go back and look at every one of those, and I will comment back, no matter what. If I know it's out there, sometimes they don't notify me as much, but I try to keep up on that. Uh, and give us things you would like to see covered. Now we do cover other animals. I mean, we just did goats here recently.
Hmm.
That was last week, wasn't it? The goats, or was that week
Yes,
before?
last week. Yes.
And we talked about goats. We're going to talk about some ducks here soon,
Yeah, I need to do
and
some rabbits because I've had
rabbits. We're
rabbits.
going to talk about rabbits. So these are all shows that we're going to be doing in the next few weeks, and we'll have to have a special. I haven't looked at the schedule, uh, and we'll have our show around Christmas time. We'll have a Christmas. Have you ever? Now, let me ask you this: Have you? And I've been down at ARA, and I know they do this. They will have dress up day for the animals, for the dogs, and they will put like holiday outfits on them, and they have a dog parade or something like that, and people come out. It's a fundraiser too, but it's like a Christmas parade for dogs. Have you ever seen something like that?
Yes, they do one here sometime. I can't remember
So
what they if they do it for Christmas or I know they were out for Halloween,
Halloween's big. I know that.
but they do. I know they do another one
Do they? Is that at the location, or is that like downtown, or where?
downtown. They like
Yeah.
down Broad Street, the main
So,
street.
so anybody can do it, or you have to register or be a part, or
I don't know. I'd have to look if it came up. I'd have to look more into it. I just know when it's been done.
all right, Jen, I've got homework for you. You
Uh
have got to get us some video of the dog parade. That would be so cool.
oh. If they do it, I will get it.
We don't expect you to freeze, but if you could get it may be posted somewhere. If that, we'll look at that.
Then I know at the our regular Christmas parade, I think they do have some dogs in there walking that's dressed up too. So, but I haven't been to the Christmas parade since I was little, so no,
Oh my gosh, do they have the dog Santa? That would be hilarious.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get us some video or pictures of that.
But
That's
they
cool.
do video and they do video the our Christmas parade, so it's on
Oh
Facebook.
my goodness, that's funny. Well, I was around Halloween. I saw a lady who had her dog dressed up in sort of Halloween. It was before Halloween, but it was within like a week of Halloween, or maybe less than a week. And she had her dog dressed up in Halloween type. It was a warm uh, body, sweater or something, but it was Halloween type colors, and it was obvious that was for Halloween. But I'm not laughing at it; it just cracks me up. I've never seen it. That they have this parade of a Christmas parade for dogs. It's like a Disney movie or something. It just what it reminds me of, like or a cartoon, and you're watching the animals parade down through there. Yeah, this is big deal. People love to get their pets out and do special things with them. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like kids. I mean, they twist your arm. They don't have to twist hard, and they get you to pay money to do stuff, and it's very effective. And I posted a picture out there this week of a dog with sad eyes saying they always know how to get their way, which is true. If the animals know, they sense how to give you that look, that pouty look, and except maybe the ones who are just boss hog, they don't care,
Yes.
and they're just strutting around, they don't care. But keep your pets warm. I think most people that probably stop in a show like this would. But it's always good to give some tips. In the thankfully we don't have snow like usually that they have up north. But I have when we had our last big snow, I heard of several people there. They let their dog out to go do its business, as they say, and the dogs did not like the snow. See,
Yeah.
because they sunk down a little bit in it, were not happy, and did their business, but ran back and gave the owner a look like, "Are you kidding me? Do you expect me to go out that?" They shook
Yeah.
the snow off and made a dash for the door as soon as it opened and went and got warm, which I can't blame them.
No, because years ago when I had like a bunch more cats, because I had the outside cats too, I had two orange ones and they loved it. I mean, they would go out there and play, sliding around and stuff. And then the ones I let in and out, they would kind of go out there and look and like stick the paw and be like, "What is that?" And then they kind of like tiptoe around. But I had my ex Lefty. He had built a box off the ground for my other two outside cats that I had left, and it took them a little while before they would get in there because he even had a ramp to go up in there and stuff, and they pretty much just jumped up in there. But it took them a little while before they were like, But I had them too, and I try to bring them in, but they didn't want to stay in. See, some cats do not want to be inside. I mean, you
Yeah.
can try, and they're just miserable. They would just want to be outside, and they would sit at the door and just cry and cry. And I'm like, it is cold out there, and I would find them like, okay, but you're gonna need to get in your house. And so, just crazy.
Cats have feelings too.
Yes.
Well, hey, folks, thanks for watching. Next week, we'll try to get back to our rather regular, if I can make my mouth work, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time show. So join us then. Hey, Dare, what's this one's name?
That's Roxy. See,
That's Roxy. That Roxy is wild. I know
yeah,
that.
she is Miss Queen Bee. She don't want to be held or nothing. So I want to be loved, but don't hold me to do it.
How did Roxy get its name?
That's just what me and Mama come up with. She's the one we found in the middle of the road when she was just a teeny baby.
She's wagging that tail like she's not happy right now.
No, she don't want me to pick her up and hold her. She's not a pick me up, hold me cat.
Well, thank you, Miss Jenn, for being on here as
Yes.
always, and all the things you do to make the show a success. Stay with us, folks. Like I said, you can email us at southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. And I'm probably going to get a dedicated email for some of the shows because that's more the podcast email. And really, we really need our own email that we can manage and not have to pile everything into that. So we'll do that maybe this week and communicate and send out reminders and stuff like that.
Tear it up.
They're getting wild. By the end of the show, it's like they're ready. It's like they're on go. Like, okay, she's fixing to get off of this, whatever she's doing, and we're going to get her all to ourselves.
Yeah, I got another one in 30 minutes to watch. Besides watching Steve, so
Yeah, got to get up there and help Steve out. Hey, folks, thank you for your support. Give us a follow.
yes, thank you.
Share, all that, and we appreciate you very much. We have fun doing it. I wanted a pet show for a while, and I didn't want to do it by myself. And I appreciate Miss Jenn you doing that. It's been great for me, and I hope it's been great for you.
Oh yes, I really enjoyed it.
You share it out. You do more with that than I do. You I appreciate it. I see those posts all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. I need to do that. Sometime I'm at work, and she's out there making sure it happens. But we'll see you next week, folks. Thank you for everything. Yes. Salute. Stay warm, dry if you can this weekend. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you next week on the Southern Claws and Paws. And let me get the song played, and we'll get out of here. And we'll go give Steve a hard time here in a minute. So see y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Post. They're the critters we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bow. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern Claws and Paws, y'all. Fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. chins. A parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. Got a rabbit in boots, a turtle in a vest. Down in the South, we dress them the best. A possum on a